Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, and the Freak Show already started this morning, and we're going to talk about that. It's just, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm going to laugh a little bit more, too. So anyway, yeah, this is my morning report here on this Wednesday, April 14, 2021. So this is what's going on. Right off the bat this morning, what do we find out? Well, more of the same, I would imagine here. We have consumer spending cratering. Understand, the U.S. economy is 70% based upon consumer spending. People are not spending money because they're broke and they don't have it. All right, despite all the stimulus checks and more are coming, despite the narrative that we are in some kind of an economic boom. That's number one. So consumer spending cratering. Number two, the money velocity. How many times have you heard me mention this? The rate at which cash is moving through our economy remains at historic lows. Understand, you cannot have an economic recovery or an economic boom without money velocity, the rate at which cash is changing hands through an economy, moving higher. But again, the mainstream narrative is we're in an economic boom. We're doing fantastic, despite the fact that we're losing between 7 and 800,000 people per week to first-time unemployment benefits, debts and deficits exploding. Now consumer spending cratering, money velocity cratering. I mean, you can't make it up. Despite that fact, stock futures right now are pointing towards a higher open. In other words, new record highs for the market. How many times have I told you the disconnect between the market and the economy is going to continue to get greater? And that's exactly what's going on. As a matter of fact, the faster, I've talked about this too, the economy free falls, the higher the stock market's going to go. Let's look at a few more things here. 10-year yield, perfectly stable. Looking good, actually, from my perspective right here. The dollar is lower. Those two dynamics alone are enough to push stocks higher. Crude oil getting bid higher right now. Imagine my surprise. It's up like 1.5% pre-market. I'm totally shocked about that. I'm kidding. You got cryptocurrencies, people continuing to surge. Bitcoin hit another record high, 64,000. It's going much higher, much higher. Gold and silver right now about flat. Gold is catching, Gold is slightly in the negative, and silver is catching a bit here. But again, look, you know the game. Let me just say it real quick here. The price action of gold and silver has no bearing on reality whatsoever. The hard asset derives value from the derivative. It's completely flipped. It's upside down. It's like, for example, Apple stock deriving its value from a derivative. You understand? So this mechanism of the asset getting value from the derivative is upside down, and it's done on purpose so banks like JP Morgan, who's the number one rigger of metals on the planet Earth, can do what they do. And they will continue to do it until they can't anymore, but good. That's opportunity for you and opportunity for me. Speaking of opportunity, again, that's what this channel is all about. So the setup here is, again, more abysmal economic news, which will push the stock market higher. 10-year yield stable, stock market positive. Dollar weaker, stock market positive. More easy money, like you cannot possibly imagine, is going to be poured into this market. So from a perspective of where's the market going to go, buy the dips. Buy every single dip here, people. With regard to cryptocurrencies, buy the dips or don't buy the dips. Whatever you want, it's going higher. With regard to precious metals, good. Like I always say, they're going to play their game and we're going to play ours. And we will not lose. You see, you and I, we have a long-term perspective. We realize clearly what's going on here. We're in a debt expansion, debt acquisition cycle unlike the world has ever seen before. Again, exploding debts, exploding deficits. No one's talking about it. The U.S. Treasury funneling trillions around the world. The Federal Reserve itself, trillions around the world of dollars. So where do you want to be? You want to be on the opposite side of that trade. That means betting against the debt, becoming your own central bank. When I came up with those little things, I don't know, over a decade ago, they have stood true till this day, and they will never change. Bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. Hold hard assets. Look for value. Look for assets that are undervalued. And in my opinion, it's physical gold, more specifically physical silver. And despite the fact that Bitcoin just hit 64,000, in my view, in this environment, it's undervalued too. And I have not been wrong yet, so I don't want to hear how wrong I am, okay? I've been hearing I'm wrong since Bitcoin 3,000. Sorry, no. All right, people, look, so that's where we stand right now. It's a freak show, but listen to the narrative. The mainstream media, the mainstream financial channels, we're in an economic boom. We are booming right now. I told you they are going to try to convince you that what you are seeing is not real. And it's going to get a lot worse moving forward here, people. I guarantee you. And look what they're already doing. They're trying to hide inflation and energy. Just like I said, oh, the surging prices. It's because of energy prices. It's just temporary. Bullshit. It's not temporary. It's going to get much worse. You're not allowed to know that. You see, they think you're brain dead. It's above your pay grade, but I know for a fact it is not above your pay grade. Anyway, people, that's it. I'm out of here. I'll see all of you at the end of the day. And remember, the only place you're going to find Greg Mannarino is right here on this blog and on my website, traderschoice.net. I intend to spend some time in my chat room today on my website, traderschoice.net, and I will interact with some of you. So I sincerely hope to see you there. That's it. I'm not on Facebook anymore. I'm not on Twitter anymore because they banned me. LinkedIn banned me, and that's it. You know, this is an exclusive club. You and me, we're going to meet up in the right spots. Love you a lot. Share the video. See you later.